Hello, 2 times in one day. That's a record for me. How are you all doing? I did the first live on due diligence. So if you haven't watched it, go back and check on my business page. My Naperville CPA is there. So this one, though, is about me talking about the course that I've been telling you all about, the accounting and tax program that I put together with your help. Everybody's asking me questions on how they can understand accounting. So briefly, I'm just going to move over here to the course outline. So this is the back of the course outline that you can see. Let me see, make sure that you guys can see this. I don't see it on here. I hope you can see it. Let's see. Double check. Okay, beautiful. You can see it. So we will start off by talking about Accounting 101, which I will be going over all the terminologies that society wants you to know, but they don't teach you in school. So my whole goal in doing this course is to share some light for all of you to understand what these words mean, like what is principal. Everybody knows about interest. Things like when somebody say fixed assets, what is intangible, what is tangible assets. When somebody talk about goodwill, how all of it fits into accounting. So I'll be going over all those things. There's more to it than I can give you in this short video here, but I want all of you to walk away with this course with confidence and knowing not all, but I will do my best to give you as much information as I can in all the accounting terms that you're supposed to be aware of as a business owner or entrepreneur or freelancer. Anybody who is doing, say, a 9-to-5 and having a side hustle, you need to understand the language of business. And I quote Warren Buffett. I heard him say this to some folks on the YouTube. He says, accounting and taxes is the language of business. So if you're going to play in a game, it makes sense to understand the language. So this is what I hope to accomplish with this course for you. So after we get through the first day, the course itself is a 90-minute session every 2 weeks. And so my whole goal was to pace it out so that you don't get overwhelmed, because I'm told that accounting, some people tell me is boring. So I try to pace it out so that you don't get overwhelmed with the information, with numbers. I can live and breathe numbers all day. So I don't know. I don't want to overwhelm you. And then the second class will be going about different types of business structures. So for those of you in the USA, I'll be covering these ones here. And those of you in the UK and Canada, you have similar structures. So you have corporations and you have sole proprietorship, you have partnerships, limited liability, maybe not in Canada, but so all the other countries, you all have different similar structures, maybe not taxed the same way as the United States ones, but it's the idea is similar. So I'll be going over that. And here is how to manage your money and in business and personal. I'll be touching on how to put something I call a spending plan. I don't call it a budget, because people run for cover when they hear budget. So I call it a spending plan. I'll give you some of the ways I've guided my clients. I'll say about 200 clients plus right now, businesses that I'm helping. I don't do this by myself. Nobody does anything by themselves. I have a team in here who help me to get everything done. And so I'll be helping you and sharing some of real life tips that I use for my clients. This is not going to be from theory. It's not going to be from any textbook. I won't be reading from any textbook. All this is going to be something that I've used for the last 33 years. Get this? I've been a bookkeeper since I was 18, since I was in college. And if you dial it back, I was 10 years old when I was helping my auntie in the market in Ghana, in West Africa. My grandmother had a store, then my auntie had a store, and I was the money runner to the bank because nobody will ever mug a 10-year-old, right? So they have it in a plastic bag. I'll take it to the bank. And then they already alerted the bank manager that I'm coming. So they meet me at the front, get the money, go back and count it. That was when I had my passion for numbers. When I saw all the women counting and making it, I was 10 years old and said, no, I want to be an accountant. So I am actually living my dream of being an accountant. And so I can talk numbers all day till kingdom come. And so you'll be getting a real life experience from me, plus my whole life of living as an entrepreneur through my grandmother and my auntie also. Okay, so we'll be really digging deep into how to manage your money, things like that. And with the year end almost here, I will tackle how to handle year end paperwork. Most of you have contractors, and you may not think you have them, but you do. You're paying coaches, you're paying cleaning people for your business facility, you're paying the grounds person. All those people, for those of you in the United States, if you pay somebody over $600, you have to give them something called 1099 for you to deduct it. So I'll be walking you through what kind of paperwork to get from these people, and then how to fill them up, and tips on how to get it done. And also we'll be looking at your accounting system. I can look at several of them. When you register for the program, I will be asking you what kind of program you're using, so I will know how many programs all of you are using, and I'll cover it. Also, I'll be helping you with the 1099 preparation. I will actually walk you through step by step on with the 1099 preparation. And then on December 20th, just before Christmas, those of you who celebrate Christmas, we'll be doing, we'll be closing the year. I'll show you how I close the year for my clients, so that we don't have a stressful January to April 15 taxes. And also over here, I will be touching on retirement accounts. So most of the accounts, you have to set it up before year end. So I'll be taking you step by step through it. Also, then in January, when we come back, we'll take a break after December 20th. We'll take a break, go spend Christmas and the New Year's. When we come back, it will be January 10th. We'll be working on your budget for 2020. The reason why I wait till the year is over, because I'll be showing you how you can use 2019 figures, and then we'll pull them into 2020. Why am I going to go to 2018? 2020, and then I'll show you how we develop a budget. It's always good to have a spending plan. When you have a spending plan, you don't overspend, and so it gives you some fiscal responsibility when you do that. The governments do, most cities do, so it's prudent as a business person for you also to have something like that. All right. And then over here, I'll be walking you through how you do your estimates. And so there's a way to do it so that you don't get any penalties by April 15, or a big tax bill by April 15 if you haven't made enough estimates. So I'll be walking you through that. And then on the 17th, I'm actually going to do 2 sessions on this one. I want to make sure that I take care of all of you issuing W-2s for your employees. Those of you doing 1099, I'll do 2 sections. You can come to both or one, it doesn't matter to me, but I'm going to do 2 90-minute sessions. So one on the 17th, one on the 24th. That's an extra for you all to make sure that you are well taken care of. All your 1099s are done. I could have done it later, but I figured they have to be mailed by the 31st. So I didn't want to wait for too long. So I'm pulling it up here on the 17th and then the 24th. And mind you, when you register for this program too, you get to email me unlimited emails with your questions, and I'll respond to you for that. So don't feel shy. Go ahead, send me your questions before the class or after. It doesn't matter. I will be your virtual CFO or controller throughout the duration of this whole program. So imagine having me as your CFO from November 1st all the way through April. I think we go all the way to April 15 or April 17. So throughout the duration of the course, so pretty much like all of tax season, I'll be by your side, guiding you through this trip. All right. So February 7th, I'll be starting the tax returns because that's when all of you would have received your 1099s and have been able to close the year and have your figures. I will be preparing real life tax return with the real life tax software. Most of you use TurboTax, but I will be using my professional software, which is similar to what TurboTax does if that's what you use. I'll be doing the S Corp, the C Corp, and the Schedule C, depending on how many of you are in the program and what forms you do. I will cover it all. If I'm not able to cover it, I'll do extra session to make sure that you are well taken care of. All right. The whole goal is to give you some comfort, in yourself and confidence and a clarity, so that you know your numbers and you have confidence. And then on February 21, I'll be doing this where I'll be walking you through how you can walk through a bank and be confident enough to ask for a loan or whatever you need. Recently, I had to help a client fill out the form, and she was all razzled about all the forms they gave her. And what we do is we take it one form at a time, and then we go through all the things that they ask you on it. So I'll be walking you through that. And then also prior to that, it's important to build a relationship with your banker. I know it's easy these days to just use the online and the ATMs and stuff, but as a business owner, you need to walk in there. So I'll be walking you through all the tricks and tips and how to build a banking relationship so that it will be easy to get a loan from them when the time comes for your expansion. And I cover all that in here. All right. And also, I will also be covering all the deductible expenses that you are allowed. Many times I find people don't know a lot of the deductions that they're entitled to, so they don't know. So they are overpaying in taxes without knowing. And so I'll be going over all the possible deductibles that you make sure that you get your right. My job is to make sure you follow the law, but also make sure that you get everything that you're entitled to. So I'll be going over all that also. And then on March 6th, we'll be tackling real estate. I've done a little bit of on it. I've touched on it, but here I'm really going to go in detail what real estate can really do for you, even if you're a coach or you're a brick and mortar business, or doesn't matter. I'll show you a way to use real estate to build your wealth. You cannot save your way to millions and billions. You have to use some other source, mostly like real estate. You can really catapult your wealth. And so I'll be walking you through and also show you how the Schedule E, the real estate form on the tax return, really plays a role. And then I know depreciation is a bad word, but in real estate, depreciation is magic. And I'll show you all that in the course. And then come back to, let's see, over here, the power of compound interest and power of compound growth. I will also be going over how this works with how you can use a little money to grow your business and really blow it up. I will touch on that. Cash flow analysis, definitely will walk through that because you want to get a handle of your cash flow. So I will show you how you can, make sure you stay on top of it, because cash is king. Cash is the blood of your business. Without cash, your company will be dead. So I'll be walking you through that also. And let's see. So we'll also be going over the profit and loss and all the statements. I'll be going line by line, explaining what each one is for and how you can use it to benefit yourself. And so somebody will ask you, what is profit, what is losses, how many revenue, what's your margin, all that. I watched somebody really blew it on Shark Tank. She didn't know what her gross or her net was about. So I will be walking you through. So after this course, though, you will have the absolute confidence that you know your numbers, you know what it means when somebody's talking to you. You can walk away with the 4 C's. And this morning I came up with another one: comfortable. I wanted to be comfortable. So then the last part is the last class will be a 2-hour session, and I will just use it to answer all your questions. So basically, that's the gist of the program. Going back here, I want to show you something up here. We did have the bonus, which expired yesterday. However, there's a second bonus. The second bonus is 3 months of free membership to my accounting on demand. So what that is that any student who registers for this course is going to get 3 months. That I'm going to say you can use it after the program, because during the program I will be giving you that service where I will be your CFO, virtual CFO actually. So throughout the whole, from November 1st all the way to April 17, I will be your virtual CFO. Ask me questions, email me questions. And then after April 15, I'm not going to let you go without asking more questions. So I'm giving you 3 months in my paid Facebook group. It's called Accounting and Tax Club. You get 3 months after the program. So if you can register, as soon as you register, you get access to that program after the 3 months. While you are in the program, though, you will have me to answer your questions anytime you want. And that's worth $291. So as far as the payment, we do have the full payment of $14.95. And I know sometimes as small business owners, money can be tight. So I also made it where you can do 3 payments. Whether you do the full payment or you do the 3 payment, you will still get that 3 months benefit. So I hope some of you will go and register so we can have a good head count and we can get started. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the program, and we're going to have fun, and then we're going to make your business thrive, and you're going to build yourself a successful, a Fortune 1 business, I call it. So I hope to see you soon, and come, let's have fun. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.